Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and to this unboxing and build video for the Supermarine Spitfire Mk.V from Airfix. Now, well admit, I've actually opened up the box already, so there you go. I'm putting my finger in already, so lovely bit of artwork. Okay, you get your starter, it's a starter set, so you get your paints and brush and poly cement as well. You get one flying hour, skill level 1, and you get your colour scheme. You get your colour scheme on the back. Okay, and this is for aircraft flown by Polish officer Mk.Vc, number 303, Polish Squadron, Royal Air Force, RAF Northolt, in England, 1942. And Northolt is just on the other side of London, on the A40 there. So if you know London, that's where it is. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. All right, and as you can see, I've opened up the box already. So we're going to, and that's partly because of the fact that I've actually, there's your paints and glue, so they could go straight in the bin because I won't be using them. Okay, you got your paintbrush, which I might use. Okay, and instructions. Let's have a quick look at the instructions first. Decals as well, and you've got your tip sheet as well before you start. So making sure of all that kind of just giving you instructions on how to do things. Okay, so we've got a set of instructions. Got history of the aircraft in English, French, multiple languages again, and so I'll just move those out of the way. You've got your sprue map here. Okay, so you, so frame A, frame B, frame C, and frame D is the clear parts. And then you've got your step 1, which is you're putting your strangely enough, you're actually putting your fuselage together first, and then you're putting the then you put your bits for the propeller in, and then you'll be putting on the nose, the exhaust in step 3. Step 4, you'll be putting in the step 4, you're going to be putting on the putting the wings together. Step 5, you're going to be attaching the fuselage to the tail fin, and then on the so the tail fin onto the fuselage, and then the fuselage will be attached to the wings. Okay, and then you'll be putting all sorts of different gubbins, like the engineer intakes and this one here, this bit here, B9, that's going on the underside of the wings. And then you get the choice of either if you want to have the wheels down or wheels up. I think on this case we are going to have the wheels up. We're going to have it in flight. And we're going to have the and then we put the then we put the whole thing together with the canopy, the pilots, the propellers as well. So they Okay, and there we go, and it goes on its stand as well. So, and as with the Hawk, the Red Arrows Hawk, you can put it in your own, put it on your, paint it in the colour that you want to do it. Okay. Which case I'm. Okay, so there we go. Let's have a quick look at the frames. So we'll get frame 8. This is frame 8. If I just do this, I mean, there you go. Look at that. Okay, I'll have a look at. I'm gonna actually paint this. Okay, so once we've finished, I'll just go and prime it. I'll prime the inside, and then we'll paint it the RAF cockpit green. Okay. Okay, so there we go. That's frame 8. Oh, sorry, no, this is a frame B. Sorry, that's my mistake. Frame B. Frame A is this one. There we go. Look at that. That is. These are the wings. Okay. Frame C is the one that's got the stand on it. There you go. And here is the actual stand itself. This is all for the propeller. There we go. Right, let's go and get the should be. Can be a silhouette, which I do not have. I saw it somewhere. Well, that is a pain. That is, because I know I saw it when I it's not in the box. So where is it? It's a bit of a pain, that. Yeah, it's not in the box. Okay, if I find it, I'll if I find it, I'll put it on. But I mean, so there we go. I'm going to get this all primed. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the inside of the fuselage primed, and we can get that all painted. We can paint that in the RF cockpit green. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, panic over. I've actually gone and found the canopy. It was left in the plastic bag that the kit came in. So, which I left on my bed. So. So what we'll do, very quickly, we'll just so kept in. There you go. Oh, nearly lost it. There you go. Look at that, really crisp. Now, I need to look for. Oh, I've got my marker pens, paint paint pens, and I'm looking for the RAF cockpit grey green. Which I think might be, yes, anyway, what's that one? No, it's not. Should have the Union Jack on it, but it'll be in the one underneath. It's got the Union Jack on it, there we go. And gonna want the dark green as well, because olive drab, no it's not olive drab, I want the dark green. Olive green. Yeah, so that'll do. So these are the two paints that I'm going to be using today. Use the olive for green because it wants the because I'm going to want to use that for the camouflage. So right, so what I've done is I've primed the inside of the aircraft. So I will paint this bit as well. So there we go, that's that bit, that's that all painted. Okay. Now we get my sprue cutter. And we put the okay, so there we go. And we do, no we don't, no we don't, because what we'll do now is we'll get our file. We'll get rid of any primer that has got into the any edges. as well, especially over where we've primed it. So there we have it. So what we'll do, we'll test fit. This is what's known as dry fitting. And there we go, that's all done. Okay, so there we go. So what we're doing now is we just run some glue and get some masking tape ready as well, so that okay, so that's the fuselage all put together. Okay, we're now going to get the parts on for the propeller. Okay, there we go. And we There we go. Right, so now that this part goes in there. And that is, I haven't glued it in, so it's well and truly stuck. I just want to see how right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to yeah, this one truly stuck, so I don't need to do anything there. So I'm actually going to, no, it does actually say not to glue it in, but I'm actually going to do that, okay, because I don't want the propellers spinning around. So so I'm just going to stick a bit of glue in there. I'm just going to go just do that because I want to have the props. Okay, so that's now on. Okay, now the next part is to get part B, this bit, on. I'm just going to peel back this bit, a little bit of masking tape a bit. Here we go, right. Just got a little bit of there we go, right. and we put in some glue, put on some glue. Just snaps into place. So there we go, that's that all done. And do you know what? I'm going to stick the I'll stick the pops on as well. Get that. There we go. Okay. Okay guys, we're going to be using these two frames now because we're going to stick the pilot seat on. Okay, so we'll get him cut off, and then we'll okay, so what we need to do now is just file off a as it goes in, pilot seat goes on like okay, so that's that all done. What I'm going to do now is I'll just go and get this all primed, and then we can paint the no we won't, because what I'll do is what I will do is I'll go and prime the pilot, but what we'll do now is we'll go and get the wings on. And this is what makes the Spitfire so unique, is the fact that it's because of its wings. Okay. Well, that's now well and truly dried on. Okay, so what I'll do, so just quickly go and prime this and then and the pilot, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, we're going to paint the seat. This is pretty much the colour that I'm going to use anyway for the camouflage as well, so dark green. These paint pans are really great for painting small detail. So that's that all done. Just get the. I'm also going to paint the pilot as well, so I'm going to. I can always scratch off. And I'm also going to get, I forgot to get the flat black out of here. Not the rubber black, but because we're going to paint his boots. I'm going to paint the pilot's boots. So here's the rubber black, flat black. And there's his boots. Right, okay. Okay, right, now let's get the pilot, let's get the wings all glued in, and where's my masking tape? It's there underneath this, underneath the frames. You can see the shape of the and we're going to just go and get some masking tape. Okay, now that should go in there, like so, and it does. Look at that. Okay, what we can do. Okay, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, what we can do now is to run some glue just along the inside of the wing there. And we can do the same along and then what we can do is just do that. And we got something that now looks a bit like a Spitfire. And I'll just, sorry. So there we go. So we're gonna now got something that looks a bit like a Spitfire. Okay. Okay, we're going to be putting on the tail fins now. So that one goes in there. Look. Oh, that goes on that. So that goes on that one. That's why I couldn't get it in. Right. So what we do. So we just line up. Okay, so what we can now do is get some glue. Okay, there we go, that's that one in. There we go, right. So that's the tail fins in. Okay, you'll notice that I've actually put some masking tape into the cockpit because we're going to be coming to that stage of the build where we're going to want to paint in a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over now because we're getting to the because we're going to put on the parts that go into the underside of the aircraft. Okay, that's this one. This is the engine air intake. And there's and we want part B9 as well, so we want which is this one. And there's one little bit that goes at the very front as well, which is part B10. No, we don't want that one because we don't want that one either. So what have I done with the frame? I think it was a moment or two ago. Oh, there we go, that's it, that's the one. Okay, and then we want part B10. Wherever that part is, there we go, I can see it. There we go. Right, so now we can stick these parts on. And while I've got this little part in my hands, I might as well glue it in. Okay, now let's get this. Get the engine air intake all. It's just a question of actually which bit goes where for this part. That sounds just about right. And this bit goes. Okay, right. Okay, and we just okay. So now what we can do is go and get the landing gear in. Okay, guys, we're going to put the landing gear in now. So we want part B15, which goes on the starboard side, which should go in there, like so. There we go, that goes in there like so. We can now glue that in. And we'll just leave the glue to do its job. we go. So we'll just leave the glue to do its job then, and so basically the aircraft is now ready to be painted. Well, guys, while the plane while the aircraft is actually drying, I'm using the sort of darkish sea grey over the on the aircraft. So while that is drying, I thought I might take the opportunity to just paint the outline of the Do you need a steady hand for this? Yeah. So we've done the best we can with that. Okay. Okay, so I've used the dark sea grey, well no, the mid sea grey, the number 165, which is pretty much just about the right sort of colour that you want for this aircraft. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the masking out. There you go. Right, that's all done. Okay, so and the outline of the aircraft on the canopy is all done as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the outline of the, well no, first of all what we're going to do is we're going to paint up the we're going to paint up the oh, hang on, a little bit there, it's got a little bit. It's to paint up the there we go. Right, that's out of the way. There we go, and we're also going to paint the back wheel, the tail wheel. So that's the tail wheel out of the way. Right, now then, next thing we need to do is to paint the engine exhaust. So they've got to go in black as well. Ah, damn it, I didn't want that. Never mind. Okay, next up is the propellers. I peeled away a bit of paint there, but never mind. That's going to get probably get that's going to get painted over anyway. So right, there we go. Right, and I thought I forgot to go and put on the antenna. So what I'm going to do I do have a grey, so in here I think there's a light grey. I've got a dunkelgrau. Hell grey was his light grey, so I think I might try that one, see how that fits in with. There we go, there's a light grey. I'm just going to have to do this without priming it, unfortunately. which we'll have to do, but there we go. Right, if I go and take my dark green, there we go. Right, and I'll follow the, and I'll follow this as best I can. Right, okay. Let's have a look at the right, okay. Right. I'm not any good at doing doing camouflage freehand, so okay. Well, I think I've done my best so with drawing an outline. So what I'll do is I'll switch on over to the hyperlapse and we'll get the green parts all painted in. All right. Okay, guys. Well, the kettle is coming to the boil. I'll get. That's what I was looking for. We'll make an effort to go and get the piloting and the canopy on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can try and scratch in here too. Because I want to make sure. I have done the best I can with the camouflage, but well, I've done the best I can with that. And then what we can do is get our tweezers. There we are. That's what I was looking for. Maybe not those ones. These ones have stand a better chance of getting him put in. There we go. And we'll just there we are. So I will put a little bit of dark green on him around the back here. There we go. And then what we can do now is just stick the cockpit canopy on. And it goes in there like so. My file is gone. There we go. There. I'll tell you what. Right. And there's the cockpit in. Okay, that's the cockpit canopy done. Right, it is now, except for, we'll just quickly get the the antenna's broke. Well, never mind. Well, we'll get what we can. We get what we can of that in, and then we can make it look as if make it look as if the cockpit, the antenna's been shot off. So. There we go. Right, it is now decal time, so I will be back in a moment. There's one last little thing to do, and that is to put it on its stand. And before we do anything, I'm just going to file. So there we go. Right, I'll just put that. Right, so there we go. Just put a little bit of glue on there now. And then hopefully the bloody thing is coming out, so we're going to try and do is just press that in. There we go. Right, there we go. Look at that. That is going to look good on it. That is going to look good on my. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit, guys. Well, that's it, guys, for this build. Okay, I am absolutely amazed that I've managed to go and try and do an unboxing and the complete build of a model all in one video. So there you go, that is looking great. Okay, and so there you go. I'm going to put it on my shelf. No, I'll put it somewhere over here. I hope you can see this. Hope you can see this. There you go. I'm going to put it here. Hope you can see that. There you go. You can't see it, but never mind. I'll put it somewhere where you can. I'll put it somewhere on the shelf anyway, where it's. Well, it's I'll put it somewhere on the shelf anyway. Right. Anyway, that's it. That's in fact that's it for my model building for this year. All I've got to do now is my Christmas Day video for this year, and I'll be reviewing all of the kits that I built this year, including this one. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing, and there will also be an exclusive announcement as to which kits I'll be which will be the first kit build of 2026. I know which one I want to build, but you'll have to wait till Christmas Day for the announcement for that. So in the meantime, guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, why don't you? Comment, subscribe, and share the video, please, as well. And hit that, smash that like button as well. And in the meantime, guys, I will see you on Christmas Day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.